What is up, my dudes? And the one girl who just likes three-parters, thinking this is gonna be like a Twilight Saga thing. Go Team Jacob. This is Bikes, Beards, and Brews. Let's kick that intro. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is the third and final part of the front end rebuild. Today we are going to be getting rid of these directional lights. We're going for a nice low profile pro beam by Customdynamics. I was correct on that earlier. And the other thing we're going to be doing is, if you look on the inside of this fairing, this is just plastic, man. And what we are going to be doing, let me move that razor, is we are going to be putting in some Dynamat, and that should be helping with the sound on the speakers, maybe give it a little bit warmer sound, like not stuck in plastic. So let's do it. Whoa, how did that get there? So first things first, we're going to clean out the inside of this fairing because it's got a lot of dirt, grime, stuff like that built up over the last few years, just to make sure that our Dynamat sticks to it okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to replace the lights first. And then we're going to put the Dynamat down and hopefully go around all the wires and stuff. So I'm not doing anything crazy here. It's just a quick wipe down to make sure that pretty much anywhere that Dynamat is going to contact has some good clean like area. Let's see if we can peel that off. This is from what I was talking about before, where I used a lot of foam insulation when I was doing the inside of my glove box. Kind of stuck. So we'll get that out. We'll come back to that in a minute. We'll just get everything else real quick. I just want to make sure everything's good, clean, and dry before I get too crazy with trying to put the foam mat on. Hey kids, let's play with knives. There is no way to nicely get at that stuff with the handle. So let's make this extra dangerous. Just in case I'm boring you and you're thinking about clicking off or whatever. Hey, just look in the background. One of the greatest Harley movies ever made. Harley Davidson, the Marlboro Man, playing behind me. So you can enjoy that. Spoiler alert, I already let the beginning part play where the girl was laying completely naked in bed. So you won't be seeing that part. But some fight scenes and guns and all that cool stuff soon. So yeah, looks like we have just one big Allen wrench right there for our current directional. So let's figure out which one that is. I'm gonna like edit this part so it looks like the first one, it grabs the right one, which would be a first for me. Ah, the first one, ah! Did I edit that? I probably did. I've never actually removed these before. They're not the worst directionals. I didn't like the bulbs that were in there, so I did replace it with LEDs a long time ago, and I put the tinted lenses on. The only reason why I'm replacing them now is I really just want something a little bit more low profile, a little sleeker look than what I currently have. So that's why we're doing this. A couple little retaining clips there. Let's see what we got. I think that's just a little, yeah, that's just a little zip strip. Cut that off. I don't know why I cut towards my face, but you shouldn't do that. And these like little retaining clips back here, we're probably gonna end up using them again, so just trying to be gentle with them. I didn't do any of that crazy stuff like reading directions. And honestly, I haven't even opened the package. Ooh. See, Harley, you can learn something from this. Look at that. They sent me blue Loctite. Blue Loctite. These jerks. Unwrap them. Hey, they have a nice little gasket there and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, man. Pretty well done. Let's open up our Dynamat. There's a texture. All I have to do is match that picture and I'm good. The Dynamat is in. It's in the spots where the speakers will be. So I'm excited to get this back on the bike. So let's go back out to the garage and do that. All right, guys, so here's the back of my Sony AX7000. It's a great stereo. I mean, you do lose some of the little goofy things that the Harley boom system offers you. Things that I don't really care about and I don't really use. I mean, obviously you're not gonna be able to see like oil temperature and I don't know, crap like that. But with this stereo, you can use Android Auto, you can use Apple CarPlay. It all comes up on your screen. You can see your GPS on your screen. So there's no reason to leave your phone outside of like your glove box and all that stuff. Everything's shrunk wrap. I have my amp wires here. Like I said, I used to have a mouse living in here. Can't really tell. It's nice and clean now. He did chew up my free complimentary Sirius satellite radio antenna, so that came out. One of the cool things is if you actually do go in and you put in a Sirius satellite radio, like this is Sirius satellite radio capable. If you go and put that in, you have to install the antenna. One of the cool things that Harley does is this is actually a magnetic plate, and your antenna looks something like this, and it'll just stick right there. It's done. It is so quick, so easy. One of the other things I did was, you can kind of see it here, the AX7000 has short USB plugs. I ran a new USB cable. Because I use Android Auto, I use it USB-C. So I ran a USB-C cable with, like, you know, a nice little turn there to make it fit better. We also know, if you own a Harley, you know that those glove boxes are insanely small. It doesn't fit my Note 20 Ultra in it. So one of the things I did is I actually cut out the back of my glove box, and I put this dog treat thing that I got for like 10 bucks off of Amazon. I attached it to the back and I did foam insulation. Some of the insulation actually broke right here because it was stuck onto the fairing. I'm not worried about it. It's still perfectly sealed. But I cut off the back of this glove box. If you ever decide that you want to get rid of your bike and you want to hide this or get rid of it, your glove box is a couple bolts, and you get these things off of eBay for like 20 bucks. So I'm not actually hacking up the bike by doing this. It doesn't matter. But one of the other things I did is I put in this Lindy bar. I didn't want any sort of highway pegs. The cool thing about this is it has these silicone rings here, so I can just kind of pop my feet up, but I'm not doing that weird spread eagle thing that like all Harley riders do. If you do it, if you're comfy, high five to you, whatever. It's your bike, not mine. I don't care. This is my bike, not yours, so you shouldn't care. Problem with the Lindy bar is you can't put those little fairing support clamps on. They just don't fit here. One of the things people don't realize though is this fairing kind of sits on a shelf. So it is really, really solid. I have had that Lindy bar on here for about a year and a half or so, and my fairing has gone nowhere, and I've had no issues with it whatsoever. Last year, I actually got stuck on like a Vermont logging road for like 15 miles, literally 15 miles. And if that isn't gonna make the front end of this bike fall off, nothing is going to make the front end of this bike fall off. So let's come around front real quick while we're here. Come back. Those are my Rockford Fosgate speakers. And down below in the comments section, or down below in my section, I do have links to these speakers, the amps, the amp cables and all that to run to the batteries and stuff. It's all my Amazon affiliated stuff, so go in there if you're interested, buy something, helps me out. If you don't, whatever, I don't care. Just showing you what I have. This is the front of my Sony AX7000. Open, open, open. Bam. Turn a little power on there. So it's all touchscreen. It's easy to see. It's good to go. It's very functional. I would tell you about this case that I've got, but again, bought this with my own money, and I bought it from somebody who absolutely sucks. Dude's like a meth addict in like a crack shack down south somewhere. I've got my little hand guards, my Kuryakin mirrors, and of course, if you watch my new handlebars video, which of course you did, you know those are my LA Chopper handlebars. And those things are just sweet. I absolutely love them. My custom console from Brock Black Designs. I highly recommend, if you want any sort of custom work, talk to that dude. He puts out some sick stuff, and he is such a cool and easy guy to work with. I actually had some issues with my derby cover I bought from him. I bought it a long time ago, a couple years ago, I should say. There we go. And the skull actually fell off. And I was like, oh man. So I emailed him and I was like, hey man, a little bit of help here. He was very prompt at responding, and he took care of it. He sent me a new one, asked me to ship back the old one. I said, no problem. I mean, I've said it a million times. You never know what kind of company you're dealing with until you have to go through their customer service. And Brock Black Designs, fantastic customer service. They're definitely a company you should do business with. All right, guys, so I did put the fairing back together off camera. If you want to see how to do it, just watch the first video of this series in reverse and be just as disappointed as when you watched me take it apart. Nonetheless, I like it. I like that it's sitting lower. Good dirt. I will say that putting the fairing back on, the fairing itself is a little more snug, and that's because of all the Dynamat in there. Let's do a quick cutaway though, and I will show you what it sounded like from like before the Dynamat. All right, so you got that, right? And now let's listen to what it sounds like with the Dynamat. Same song, same area. Cool, so now you should have an idea of what it sounds like. Honestly, I didn't notice a huge difference, so I'm actually kind of glad that like Dynamat didn't sponsor this video. But I mean, we'll find out when I get on the road and stuff like that, just basically how it sounds. I did notice that it's not as loud on the front anymore, but whatever, you know, we'll try it out. We'll go through some other music and stuff like that. I was worried about being copyrighted. The song that you heard is actually from my friend's band, who actually is the guy who designed the new logos for the channel as well. I'll throw a link to their SoundCloud down below. If for some reason there was no video, that they have copyrights and stuff because they're all professional and whatever. So I'll throw the sound comparisons on Instagram if that's the case. If it's not the case, then this whole part didn't get cut out. And so you can check it out. If you notice, currently I don't have the windshield on here. It is over there. That's because these spikes are actually an Amazon special. They're a very soft aluminum. And I usually just power them in there, and they kind of like, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but they do start to strip after a while. With that being said, I've actually ordered the right kind of spikes that would actually thread into this fairing correctly. And once I get those in, I'm gonna powder coat them and all that so they match the handlebars. I've also got a couple other things coming in. I'm gonna do other videos on that. I just need those powder coated as well. It's the floorboards, heel toe shifter, brake lever, those spikes, and I'm probably going to, oh yeah, the axle nut covers. I've got new ones of those that are going to be getting powder coated, and I'm probably going to powder coat my those little grills on the brake covers, just to kind of pull it all together. Yeah, so on top of all the Dynamat and lowering the fairing, let's cut to a video real quick of the lights, the directionals and all that, so you can see how those look. So that was pretty sweet, right? I actually like that. Now we've got, you know, directionals right up front. We've got them on the side. They're a nice bright LEDs. So even though we're using low profile ones that don't really hang off the bike anymore, they're still like just as bright, just as noticeable. I don't think I really took a before of what the old lights look like, but I don't know, just go look at any road glide on Earth. It's not that hard. So yeah, that's so you can definitely see they're a lot leaner, a lot sleeker, and a lot closer to the bike, which I really dig. So yeah, I'm super happy with everything that was done today, and I can't wait to do the floorboards and all that other fun stuff next. But that's about it for me. That's it for this three-parter. So yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, share this with your friends, share it with your family, share it with all kinds of cool international people, like all the cool people already on my channel. And yeah, just make it happen. Share the video. And yeah, I will see you guys all on the flip side.